And we're back. Hi, my name's Charles, and I've been replaying the story of Honkai Star Rail. Last week, we entered the Fixed Roll Gardens with Guinaifen and Sushang, and we discovered a ghost or two, and we met Huahua and Tail, and we got stuck in a weird nether room with Cirrus, and was possessed and made our way out, and we also had a couple of battles wherein I didn't realise that I didn't have any relics equipped on Sushang, and therefore she was doing absolutely no damage. So I've kind of hopefully rectified that for this episode. In the sort of intervening time between that one and this one, I have actually leveled the characters a bit and put gear on them. So maybe things will be a little smoother this time around. We shall see. But for now, it's time for us to turn around and find Joyer and ask her what the deal is.
Cirrus already helped us in the illusion maze. Maybe we can trust them for now?
Famous last words. Cirrus may have ulterior motives.
You can believe whatever you like. I just want to get out of here. That's all I want.
I guess we can go with Cirrus's plan. It's not like we have any of our own.
That's always a good reason to go with a strange, ghost's plan. We don't have a plan, so let's just follow them.
Have you made up your mind?
Let's listen to Cirrus's plan.
Let's go.
Team must include Huahua. That makes life easy. I'll use the same team as before, but with Huahua. This is, again, a negative synergy team, but it's the team I've got with me.
You've
It's
heard
the
the
one
story of
that works in the
Ignomar
story.
and Heliobus's glorious fight against the General. They were an entity born of many Heliobi fusing together. But Heliobi are gradually tainted by the emotions and desires of those we possess. We tend to spite each other and don't like to fuse together. It's like having multiple personalities inside a single head. It leads to infighting. A powerful Heliobus like Ignomar or Furinox might be able to swallow a lesser Heliobus and placate them for a while. But this internal balance is easily broken when exposed to external forces. Just like how we were torn apart and reborn after Ignomar fought the General.
Therefore, this might be the way to defeat Furinox. We can cause them to break apart and reduce their power. Then, the Ten Lords Commission can use their sacred vessels to seal up all of Furinox's fragments. I have a question. Why are you betraying your own kin? Why would you help the Xianzhou when we have sealed you for so long?
Why? Must Heliobi always have a reason for their behavior? Perhaps I don't want Furinox to devour me. Perhaps I dislike idiots who use force and nothing else. Perhaps I wish to fight the General myself.
I'll take the third one.
Or maybe I just want to do a favor for the Ten Lords Commission that will ensure I can leave here in one piece.
I don't believe Cirrus. They possessed me and made me do nasty things.
Judges of the Ten Lords Commission always keep our promises. If you can truly deal with the problem at hand, I will ask for your freedom from the Ten Lords. However, I cannot guarantee the outcome of the appeal.
How conventional. Fine, I accept. But you better keep your promise, puppet.
Ooh.
Me and Furinox were furnace mates. I know them well. They are powerful, but as naive as a child, and obsessed with victory. I only need to say 3 things to incite them. Hey, I'll need your body for a while longer.
Ooh, you know how to talk to a guy. Okay, let's go and find Furynox.
Furynox! Furynox!
There is a vague sound from far away. A response, possibly.
Before you duel the general, why don't you fight me?
Cirrus? What makes you worth my time, weakling? I've turned this garden into my territory and made the dogs of the Ten Lords my puppets. As soon as the general arrives, the Heliobi will have a rematch. Why should I fight my own at this crucial moment?
That group of amateurs you put together? Ha! They're nothing compared to me. I have already obtained the most wonderful pawn for myself. A piece that once expelled Fantilia.
Fantilia? Fantilia! I remember. What a wonderful host. I want it.
Then send the Spiritfarers under your control to find me. If you can defeat this nameless I'm possessing, then you can swallow me up and let my strength aid you in your fight against the general. What do you say?
Deal. My pawns and I will show you no mercy.
See? Easy peasy.
Does that mean all the Spiritfarers out there have fallen? What a useless army.
Does that mean we'll be fighting our friends?
Oh, poor Huahua.
Oh, do puppets feel empathy? Or do you not wish to defeat Furynox anymore? We Heliobi think of such matters as business transactions. As long as something can bring us victory, we will destroy everything. Even allies and kin.
I love how Cirrus is just telling us not to trust it.
Make the decision. Furynox's pawns, your companions, must be destroyed.
Please come over here. I need to give you something. You two, take this before we fight Furynox. This is the Lunombra Gourd, a sacred vessel made by the Artisanship Commission. The Ten Lords Commission has made some changes to it to better suppress the Heliobi. After you fight the puppets controlled by Furynox, make sure you seal their Heliobi fragments in here. Also,
I'll look after Huahua.
her time as a judge has been brave. She is still inexperienced. Apart from that, please also have mercy on the Spiritfarers that have fallen under Furynox's control.
Mr. Tail, we're gonna fight some really dangerous enemies now. Please lend me your strength too.
Ho-ho! Sounds like someone finally learned to talk tough. I would have believed you if your legs weren't shaking so much.
Don't point that out. It took me a lot of effort to be this brave. All this time I've just been hiding behind Mr. Trailblazer. I'm such a bad judge. Madame Shui said those possessed by a Heliobus can't get possessed again. I'm the only person who can help everyone.
Exactly! You're welcome, by the way. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Huahua, though I am of Ingenium body, I too am feeling a sliver of fear.
Madame Shui, you're afraid too?
Faced with a demon that can manipulate life at will, of course I'm afraid. Afraid that I won't ever work with my sister again.
Afraid or not, we're still gonna beat the heck out of it.
Let's go. I will find my own way to defeat the pawns possessed by Furynox. And before that foolish Heliobus has realized what's happening, I will suppress all of their fragments within the Lunombra Gourd.
So we'll need to activate the evil binding matrix, right?
Is that a matrix that binds evil, or is it an evil binding matrix?
Once my task is done, I will meet you at the Verdantia Terrace and activate the evil binding matrix at its matrix core.
Okay.
Okay. Defeat the host and collect the Heliobus fragments. Okay, so that was actually up there. Or was it?
If Fury Nox is so powerful, why would they allow themselves to break apart so easily?
The stronger you are, the...
Bowser!
Sorry, I interrupted the voice lines.
Help me, Mr. Tail!
Okay, so let's blast you.
Talking tough!
Who are you gonna call? I think that's the achievement you get for playing with Hua Hua, Sushang, and Gunaifen and Carlfish on the same team. I'm just gonna check that.
Fragments
It won't
of
show
Fury
me.
Nox have been sealed in the gourd. Thank the Arbiter.
But yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna get that achievement because I don't have Hua Hua. I forgot that you get her temporarily, so that was cool. See, there are occasionally rewards for playing the canonical team. That's our little study for later. That's where we're going to put the busted ghosts.
Take your paper dolls out, quickly! Do you remember the incantation?
Paper to might, carry this fight. Talisman of strength, evil despite.
Yeah, that's significantly more damage than last time.
Let us go! Let us go!
Sorry, Furinox.
There are plenty of Heliobi in the gourd now. Let's go and meet up with Madame Shui.
In a place looking suspiciously like an arena.
It's Madame Shui and Miss Guinaifen.
Oops.
Thank goodness she's all right.
Trailblazer! Hua, I'm so glad you're okay! I have defeated all the Spiritfarers controlled by Fury Nox. It was quite troublesome taking them down without doing any harm. How goes your task?
We're doing well. We've sealed most of Fury Nox's fragments.
Now, we shall seal the fragments absorbed by the Lunombra Cord into the evil binding matrix. Once Fury Nox's power has been stripped, we will no longer be able to influence reality in Fixtral Garden.
This gourd is so pretty! Is this what they call a sacred vessel on the Xianzhou?
Miss Guinaifen, please be careful. You might feel dizzy if you get too close to the Matrix.
It's okay, it's okay. This is my first time seeing the Ten Lords Commission's exercising tools up close.
Hua Hua! Get her away from here!
Her face emotionless, Gunaifen smashes the gourd on the ground and countless Heliobi break free. She faints right after.
Oh no!
Cirrus. It's Cirrus. You won. You won.
Don't leave us. Help us. Take us to restore Ignimar's glory together.
Thank you, your honors, for helping me clear so many obstacles and collect so many Heliobus fragments. I told you I'd leave your body, little Excellent. I will keep my promise.
Oh no! They're stealing the power of other Heliobi!
With this strength, I will be undefeatable! Let's go again, shall we?
Oh no, hot zombies! Aha, so this is the gauntlet. Oh, fuck.
Everyone's a customer! Come feast your Happy New Year!
Did not look for Sushang to get absolutely splattered like that. Okay, Sushang can get Mem's help.
I'll crush them all!
Want to see what
And then we will do that, and we are now out of skill points, because of course we are. Thankfully we have, what's the name? We have, Huahua's healing, which helps, because whenever we do an ultimate... Oops. And we have Mem to absorb the occasional hit. So if I heal you, that'll rebuff you. Uh-oh.
This demon is quite troublesome.
Is everyone okay?
They've consumed too many Heliobi. We'd die from exhaustion before we manage to weaken it.
We've still got a chance, Puppet. Cirrus said it themselves. There's a fragile balance when Heliobi fuse together. You know what to do, don't you, Huahua?
But...
But what? Aren't you gonna be living the life you've always wanted once I'm gone?
No, she doesn't want to lose tail.
Why don't you join in too, huh? I struggle being my subject!
If you can't win, you just cheat!
Useless! Get yourself together!
This won't die! We can't beat them!
Not so fast! You got me, haven't you? See you on the other side!
You wretch! What are you doing? Get out! Get out!
Okay, so I think now we get we get off-field healing, so basically reset the battle.
Shape of Taishu! Rise, Venus! Dodge this!
Component damage.
Come feast your Happy New Year!
Get out!
Hey, Cirrus! Why don't you try swallowing me, too, huh?
Are you insane? Why are you helping humans?
Why? You need a reason? How about this one? I'd rather help a human than a conniving simpleton like you.
I won't let Mr. Tail sacrifice himself in vain! At my command!
giving me a unfair advantage.
I won't let Mr. Tail sacrifice himself in vain!
Okay, so who do I give the buff to? Probably best to just keep giving it to, actually no, I'll give it to Gwenaifen this time around, so that she can do that, and then this.
Happy New Year!
Okay, almost there.
Let me through! Watch this!
And there we go, one less Cirrus. The unanticipated turmoil of the Heliobi disaster turned in a rain of fire. Cirrus grasped the chance to possess a Spiritfarer, only for the Ten Lords' commission to subdue it. Tail, however, is nowhere to be seen.
I wonder how Huohuo is doing. I should check up on her.
I should. She's probably not doing very well. Poor thing. She really did like Tail more than they let on. What have you got to say for yourself, Shui?
The one possessing Huohuo seems to have disappeared. I don't know if I should be happy or sad for her. Never mind. I've never been good at figuring out emotions. Thank you for your assistance, Nameless. Reinforcements from the Ten Lords Commission will be here soon, and Gwenaifen will be sent to an apothecary.
Your body seems to be severely malfunctioning.
It is only an artificial ingenium body. I can swap into another one easily. Do not worry.
It's good to know for later. I don't see Judge Hanya anywhere.
Hanya returned to the Ten Lords Commission after you left. She is coming with the reinforcements as we speak.
Is Cirrus dead?
No, the demon lives on. They even possessed a young Spiritfarer under my command. As Starfire essences, the Heliobi will never die. The records in the Ten Lords Commission's evil binding tomes were all real. Cirrus lost most of their power and poses no danger for the time being. But they will remain a threat for as long as they exist. Thankfully, the Ten Lords Commission had prepared other sacred vessels to suppress the Heliobi. We will construct a matrix all over this abandoned garden and seal the Heliobi within. The Xianzhou will live to see another day. We can leave the rest to the Ten Lords Commission from here. Even I feel like I need a rest.
You look like you need a rest. And, you know, thanks for saving us out there. I almost got sucked into Cirrus. Hey, Huohuo.
Mr. Tail?
What happened to Tail?
You distracted Cirrus. I hoped so much. But now he's gone. I can't sense him anywhere. He's gone. It was because of him that I ended up in this terrible job. And I've thought so much about how much better my life would be if I never met him. But now that he's actually gone, I feel so empty inside. I really am useless. I've been looking forward to this day for so long. But now that it's here, I don't feel happy at all.
Heliobi don't die that easily.
Wait, you're right. Madame Shui said that Heliobi are eternal flames that will never burn away. Mr. Tail, he must still be out there somewhere. Don't worry, Mr. Trailblazer. I'm okay. I need to pull myself together and finish the job. Oh, the Ten Lords Commission contacted Miss Gwenaifen's friend. Miss Sushang. I can't leave my post, so, could you let Miss Sushang know what happened? She'll be relieved.
I will do so. Let's talk to Cirrus.
Don't even think about sealing me in the Matrix! Oh, you wretched fools! Tail, the judges, you, one day, sooner or later, I'll tear you all to pieces. I'll crunch your bones to dust, sap every drop of your strength, and spit you out into the dirt where you belong!
Cirrus?
Already forgetting me?
Want a hug, sweetie?
Your human tongues are no less poisonous than ours.
Leave the kid alone.
Kid? As a spiritfarer, he's already experienced more than you could in a lifetime. For as long as I'm sealed in the Matrix, I will inhabit this body. The judges can stake as many talismans and pour as much enchanted water on this flesh as they'd like. I don't care. As long as they want to save their own, I still have a bargaining chip.
What tricks can you possibly pull as you are now?
There are many, little pawn. I will exist forever. I have lived for countless years. I existed before the Alliance was even an idea. And once the Alliance is turned to dust, I will continue to exist for countless more Amber eras. I can wait. I'll wait for humans to let their guard down. I'll wait till the Matrix drawn over Fictional Garden collapses. Time and opportunity will always be on my side.
If you're so smart, why haven't you won already? Goodbye.
We will meet again. I wasn't the only Heliobus to escape when the creation furnace was destroyed. There are more of us than the mere few in Fictional Garden. Where are they now? And what will they do to the Luofu? I look forward to seeing how the Ten Lords Commission responds in the coming days.
Cirrus stares at you in silence, and you can tell from their eyes that they are conspiring.
It's still early. Where
So
to
we need to go to Aurum Alley. That's a cool, like, the ship around us.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced?
I don't believe in ghosts.
So we're gonna make our way to Aurum Alley and find Sushang. Where are you, Miss Sushang?
Dumplings and steamed buns!
All the Cycranes taking stuff around after we finish the event. Hello.
Little Gwei kinda gave me an outline of what happened in the apothecary. Can you tell me more?
You explain what happened in Fixtrol Garden to Sushang, and she seems to realize the seriousness of the situation.
Thanks for telling me everything. I didn't think things would get so out of hand. I would have been able to help you if I were there too, and maybe little Gwei wouldn't have ended up in the apothecary.
Well, you know, you were both on my team.
Oh, you don't need to worry about little Gwei. She won't be able to sit still even in a sick ward. I'm sure she'll come find you again in no time.
And I guess for canonical reasons I should have put Zhuyi in the team instead, but that would have been one too many characters to level up.
I'm heading to the apothecary to check up on her. Catch you later.
Catch you later. Okay. now. Gweniphan. Hey, do you have time right now? Can we meet up in Fixtrol Garden? Are you the real Gweniphan? Isn't Gweniphan supposed to be at the apothecary right now? Don't you think you can fool me again, you little Heliobus? Come on, can't we have some trust between us? The healers in the Alchemy Commission have looked me over. Besides a bit of shock and some bruises, I'm totally fine. Actually, Hanya personally invited us for a meeting. Well, why don't you just come to Fixtrol Garden and we can talk in person? Texting is too much of a hassle. So we went all the way here, and then we've got to go all the way back to Fixtrol Garden. So this time around, I'm just going to teleport.
A Wraith Warden? Heartbreak.
Make our way past these guards. Activate that anchor. Destroy that because it was offending me. And hello.
Yo, what's up? You're finally here. Without you, our ghost hunting squad would be nothing.
Hey, I'm a reliable squad member too.
You indeed are, Sushang.
Sure. When you're not passed out in fear.
Cut it out. If you keep teasing me, I'm not gonna perform my boulder smashing trick for you anymore.
What's this ghost hunting squad all about?
The official name is the Ten Lords Commission Special Operations Team for the Heliobi Containment Breach Incident.
Tulkasothobi.
That was the
rolls off the tongue
to us by decree of the Ten Lords. Since we managed to survive the Fixtrol Garden incident, the Ten Lords decided to entrust us with hunting down and subduing the Heliobi using our special skills.
That sounds a little bit more like a punishment than a reward. By decree of the Ten Lords?
That's right. This expedition was commissioned by the Ten Lords themselves. I am unsure as to why they attached so much importance to this endeavor, but I have a theory.
Using our special skills.
Hua is a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, and I'm a Cloud Knight. We must answer the call to the best of our abilities. And this one here is an Outworlder who's done great things for the sake of the Xianzhou. But why did little Gui have to get dragged into this? This mission is too dangerous for a civilian.
Ugh, I get it. You don't think I have any special skills, so I'll just get in the way?
You're not a half-bad dot unit.
Every flower and tree on the Xianzhou is significant in its own way. Miss Gui has her own strengths, too. As a famous street performer and live streamer, she has precisely the skills we need to acquire intel for our mission.
I don't have any more questions.
Miss Gui has set up a social media account under the guise of investigating paranormal phenomena and unexplained mysteries. We can use it to gather intel for our mission.
You hear that, Sushang? I'm a key member of the squad! They said I could be a Ten Lords Commission intelligence hawk!
I might not be a scholar, but I don't think calling someone a hawk is a compliment.
Oh, it can be.
The Ten Lords Commission has specially entrusted Judge Huohuo with commanding the ghost hunting squad, so please make sure to follow her lead in all matters related to the Heliobi.
I mean, it really sounds like they're not taking this recapturing the Heliobi very seriously. I mean, they've given it to a whole bunch of misfits here, but let's see.
That's right. I won't let us down.
After Hanya delivered the task to the ghost hunting squad, she left to continue resolving matters at Fixtrol Garden. Okay, so I thought there was a chest around here, but there isn't. So I guess I chat to Ms. Huohua.
Captain Huohua, should we start the ghost hunt now? Captain? You can just call me Huohua.
Understood, Captain Huohua.
I'm really surprised that Madame Hanya asked me to be the leader of the ghost hunting squad. After Tail disappeared, I thought for sure the commission would ask me to resign, but for some reason... Anyway, I'll do my best to carry out my duties. As for our mission, Cirrus was locked up in Fixtral Garden, but there were a lot of other Heliobi that escaped after the creation furnace was broken. According to the Ten Lords Commission's understanding of Heliobi behavior, they tend to roam densely populated areas in search of hosts, and wherever they go, there are bound to be reports of supernatural phenomena. Little Gwei, can you show us the website we'll be using for intel?
Ta-da! This is the Paranormal Lovers website, Ghostly Grove. I created a new account to gather paranormal experiences from the site. This account is your personal account, right? Is that really okay? The Ten Lords Commission has to stay hidden, but I don't have to. I've been instructed to gather fans at all costs. That's right. As the number of fans increases, we can receive more assignments to investigate paranormal activities. There aren't any requests posted yet, so let's check back in a bit. Click here to close the page.
Look, I'm a new user, so I only have a few followers on this site. But, based on past experience, once you get a following, people start flooding you with stories and news about paranormal activity.
But what if all the leads we get turn out to be fake?
We have our work cut out for us, that's for sure. Sometimes a lead is obviously fake. But other times, it's hard to tell from just a few words on the internet. After all, some people will make up all kinds of nonsense to attract attention.
So, we still have to go out and fact-check the leads?
Mm-hmm. Plus, the Spiritfarers from the Ten Lords Commission will be carrying out their own investigation in secret as well.
Speaking of attracting attention, how do we get a following on a paranormal activity website? Sounds like Little Gwei's department. She used me in some of her performances just to draw a bigger crowd.
Haha, that's the easy part. We just post some videos of us ghost hunting, subduing Heliobi. We're working for the Ten Lords Commission after all. We're gonna have the best content out there.
Will the Ten Lords agree with this?
Madame Hanya has already given us the green light. We'll record our Heliobi hunting expeditions to get more followers, and then use the intel from our followers to find more Heliobi. It's like a vicious cycle. Wait, a virtuous cycle.
Oh wait, aren't we supposed to be operating in secret?
Another thing we have to think about is that Heliobi feed on the emotions of their hosts. They can even manipulate a host into revealing their deepest secrets. Wouldn't posting a victim's personal information online cause even more harm to the victim? I'm not trying to pick holes, just raising some concerns.
The way I see it, operating in secret and exposing the paranormal go hand in hand. We won't reveal the names of any victims. We'll just post some pics and videos of the squad engaging in fierce battles with the supernatural. And then come up with some dramatic titles. Like, Little Gwei investigates. Ghost tries to scare young Cloud Knight girl on creepy road. Gets owned. You know? We'll turn the entire Heliobi hunting process into regular uploads. Viewers will see that there's nothing scary about it, and there won't be any public panic.
Why are you looking at me? Want a medal or something? It does kind of sound like a good idea.
Thanks, bestie. I feel like some of you aren't convinced by the whole online ghost hunting thing. How about this? We take a look at the leads we have so far, and pick one to try out as a test run. Take a look. This post is getting tons of comments.
So this is interesting because it's kind of a mixture of event and story. Like the storyline of, Huahua and Tail and Cirrus gets continued and resolved through this event. But there's a lot more to the event than just doing the story, so I may have to do a little bit of editing out of that more than I usually do, because a lot of these kind of count as side quests. But they're also quite fun, I mean. Let me share a real experience of when I tried to catch up with Lady Bailu. I followed her into an empty alley and, being a bit cheeky, asked, "What are you doing here?" She pointed to the alley, saying there were people there, but there was nothing, just the sound of children laughing, sometimes near, sometimes far. Very eerie. Then Lady Bailu suddenly disappeared, even though she was... It's not letting me scroll.
Bailu disappeared? That's nothing new. She sneaks off all the time. That's not the point. Here, read this part. One of the healers from the Alchemy Commission had Lady Bailu cornered, but then she disappeared into thin air.
Maybe they were seeing things?
Judging from the comments, there were several witnesses. Sure, Lady Bailu runs away all the time, but disappearing into thin air?
It looks like the work of a Heliobus. The Heliobi are masters of manipulating the senses. There are stories of Heliobi changing their shape and appearance to disguise themselves as someone else.
Okay, so what are we waiting for? Let's get moving and see if we can find some witnesses.
Before we head out, let's make sure we have our intel in order. If we can better understand what a Heliobus wants to do, and what it's capable of doing, it'll be easier for us to help the victim. Interviewing witnesses might give us some clues, but they won't know anything about Heliobi. I think I have an idea. We have another source of intel we could use.
You mean Cirrus?
That's right. Those Heliobi were locked up in the same space for ages. They probably got to know their fellow prisoners like the back of their, I guess they don't really have hands.
The thought of seeing Cirrus sends shivers down my spine. But I bet Cirrus would be eager to see me again. They'd devour me whole if they could. I think Tail made a fool of Cirrus, and Cirrus has held a grudge ever since. If we can get them worked up over it, we might be able to use them to our advantage.
Okay. So now... pick up that off the bookshelf, pick up that. So let's go chat to Cirrus. See what they have to say about the mysterious happenings around Lady Bailu.
Since when did Fixstral Garden become so eerie?
Oh, this tedium. Even the insects can't hold my attention any longer. I wonder if these ones will prove to be more entertaining.
Cirrus, we've come to ask you a few questions. I hope you'll be cooperative.
Oh, if it isn't the little girl who fainted in Fixstral Garden the moment she encountered the Heliobi. Already talking to me like a detective, are you?
Hey, where's my sword? You just wait.
Don't let them get to you.
Okay. I just wish I could teach them a lesson.
We will.
Cirrus, you must be unhappy with how things turned out, right? What do you want from me, little fox girl? You want to know what happened to the guard dog? He turned to ashes a long time ago. I don't care about that at all. But I can't help but notice you managed to escape the furnace, and now you're stuck here, unable to move an inch, while the other Heliobi are roaming around the Lawfu enjoying themselves. Must be quite frustrating. You want me to assist you and betray my own kind?
Cirrus stays silent, sizing everyone up through eyes of the Spiritfarer they possess. Finally, they decide to talk.
I can do that. Under one condition. I wish to arrange a challenge. One akin to the struggle between the great Heliobus Ignimar and the general of the Lafu. As long as you can bring me the current general, anything can be negotiated. The general?
That's okay. Jingyuan owes me a few favors.
What? Is that too much to ask? It seems the judge here doesn't have what it takes to negotiate with the Heliobus.
I think she did pretty well. I think, she's taking on some responsibility, and she did a good job manipulating Cirrus this far.
That's just another way of saying they don't want to cooperate. Huh? Wait, Wawa, you can't seriously be thinking about...
Deal! I'll submit a request to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Okay, let's go and chat to Jingyuan about this. He's just hanging out up here. G'day, Yanqing.
Oh, what do we have here? A nameless, a cloud knight, a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, and a street performer. Quite the group.
Why did we vanish?
Wow, the general recognizes me? I didn't realize I was so famous.
Okay, that's awkward.
My retainer Yanqing has mentioned you. You are one of the only people on the Law Fu that was able to deprive him of his sword.
Oh, I remember. I should apologize. I did a sword-swallowing performance on the spur of the moment, but forgot to return the sword to him when I left the stage.
Not sure that's how sword swallowing works, but okay.
So, what wind has brought you to the Seat of Divine Foresight?
Wawa tells Jingyuan about the Heliobi crisis and Cirrus' demand.
We know you have important matters to attend to, and the Ten Lords Commission shouldn't be bothering you with something as trivial as the Heliobi. But if we allow those creatures to roam freely, I'm afraid...
Well, this is a novel experience where the voices of the characters are here, but the characters are not. It's the opposite of playing recent patches.
I heard stories of a skirmish between a previous general and a monster of sorts. I'd always assumed they were an old wives' tale. I never imagined the villain of such tales would come to my doorstep seeking revenge. I must say, it seems a bit unfair that I should assume the debt for a conflict I had no involvement in.
Masterstroke them, please?
It would appear you are eager to see me assume the debt. General Teng Xiao is a venerated predecessor. If I am to honor his legacy, then sitting idly by is not an option. If an audience with the general of the Law Fu is requested, then I will honor such a request.
General, Heliobi are vile creatures capable of taking over the bodies of mortals. If you're unsure...
I appreciate the Ten Lords Commission having such high regard for my welfare. It is true I am rather inexperienced when it comes to Heliobi. But as General of the Law Fu, I cannot look on while these fugitive creatures wreak havoc on the populace. I still have some paperwork that needs attending to. Once I am finished, I will make my way to Fixtral Garden without delay.
See you there. What's up, Yanqing?
I heard you're not a bad fighter. Can you teach me some moves?
Okay, so let's steal something off Jingyuan's desk. And go back to Fixtral Gardens, where he will probably have beaten us here. Yes, he somehow managed to teleport here ahead of us.
I've never seen this one before. Human. Who are you?
Heliobus. Is it not your deepest wish to hold a rematch with the General of the Law Fu? I have come to grant you an audience.
This is General Tang Xiao's successor.
Cirrus, we have brought you the person you wish to see. This is General Jing Yuan, the one who now sits at the seat of divine foresight.
This is the current general of the Lafu? Look at that expression! He's barely half awake! Where is General Tang Xiao? Why did he choose such a lightweight to take over for him? I suppose it's already too late for the Xianzhou to rid themselves of this clown. Very well then. General Jing Yuan. How about we settle our score right here in Fixtral Garden? If I win, I must be free to come and go as I please.
I agreed to grant you an audience, not meet you in combat.
What? You refuse? You won't fight me! He comes here after I demand a rematch and won't even fight! Is he conceding that I already won? No, there can be no victory in this string combat. Human logic negates it.
You misunderstand. I came for a rematch. It's just that you are not a worthy opponent.
Burn.
What? Unworthy?
Tang Xiao, as General of the Lafu, was Commander-in-Chief of the Cloud Knights. Ignamar commanded the Heliobi. The two were as great as the sky and the earth, equally matched like yin and yang. It is only natural that they were worthy opponents. As it stands, I am the General of the Lafu. But you are no Ignamar, merely a prisoner. If you wish to engage me in battle, you must follow my rules. Defeat my army. Only then will I grant you the fight you seek.
Your army?
That's right. You must defeat my 4 companions gathered here. Then, you will have proved yourself a worthy opponent.
Wait, what? You're just throwing us in there like that?
Wait, he means us? We'll be okay, right?
Can we practice our master strokes first?
Why is the General putting his trust in us?
I'm too young to die! So I only need to beat your pawns here.
It would serve you well not to underestimate them. They are as skilled in combat as they are tenacious in spirit. I worry they might pose a problem for you. If you win, you can have your rematch. If you lose, you will answer one question of their choice. No lies, no tricks. Can you accept these terms?
It's a deal. The game is set. This platform will be our chessboard, and the fighters will be the pieces. Trying to humiliate me with lowly pawns. No matter.
We're back in battle again.
I have my pawns to play.
This time we don't have Huahua to help us.
Receive my power! Now you will experience the might of the Heliobi!
Forget your wallet?
Aha, but we do have buffs. Exorcismics. The current Exorcismics effect is depleting enemies' toughness and dealing damage. Alright, so that helps.
Give it up.
Oh. Every few turns, Fiend Fire will appear in the action order. When turn ends, it will cause the Fiend Fire to shift towards the top of the action order. Aha. Wait, oh! We've got a trial team. That's nice.
Let me through!
I'm on guard.
This is serious. I should be judged.
Listen. I do. Watch this! Down the pockets! Come on!
Lance ablaze. Blaze! Forward!
Okay, so I remember these. Every time. So I do. Not. Okay, so I made it through that battle.
Lost, Cirrus.
Ugh, don't get complacent. If I had all of Ignimar's power, I'd never have lost to the likes of you.
Should you decide to try again, my offer still stands. But you must defeat them.
What are we waiting for? Not so fast. Before we fight again, you need to answer one question like you promised.
Ugh, pesky devil of a girl. Alright. What's your question?
Look, is this something a Heliobus could have done?
You show Cirrus the post about Bailu's sudden disappearance.
There are countless Heliobi that escaped from the creation furnace. And every one of them could have done such a thing. It could have been vengeance, curiosity, or simply hunger. So how would I know which one abducted your dragon lady? Of course, I do have my suspicions. For example, Luxie.
Sounds like a childish name for a Heliobus.
Luxie loves mischief. They give no thought to interfering in mortal affairs. Their only concerns are entertainment and freedom. Among all the fragments of Ignimar, the one most likely to abduct your precious dragon lady would be Luxie. We were sailed away for 1,000 years. It's been ages since we last tasted the joys and sorrows of the world of humans. I'm sure Luxie was eager to find a new friend and wander the world with them.
I think they're telling the truth. Heliobi do have different personalities, and they can be influenced by the personality of their host. If a Heliobus possesses a great warrior, they might gradually take on a braver, fiercer persona. And if their host is a playful child, they may adopt a childlike spirit.
Wander the world with them. It sounds like Lady Bailu would have been an ideal target. She's always running off to play in Arm Alley.
This intel should be a big help.
Hey! We're not done here! You still owe me a fight!
We have some errands to run first. Be patient.
You bunch of meatbags! One minor victory and you think you're something special? Come on! Show me what you've got!
Call me Sir Meatbag.
The clues are all pointing in the same direction now. It would be wise to strike while the iron is hot.
Thank you for your help, General. Let's get going.
And on that note, got the chessboard pattern here. What we're actually going to do is say this is the end of the episode today. Thank you for joining us on this battle against Cirrus and the starting of the Ghost Hunters quest chain. I'm not exactly sure how many of the Ghostbusters quests I will be recording and putting in the videos. I'll do Bailu's, and because there's a progression through, and there is a storyline going through this, so it's not just an event. I just can't remember how much of it is
Nice.
fun and interesting, and how much of it is just kind of just complete side quest stuff. So I will discover that later, but until then, thank you for joining me on this journey through Fixed-Roll Gardens and surrounding areas, and I will see you next time for a quest where we spend a lot of time, I believe, chasing Bailu down corridors. Thank you very much.
Nice.